Hello, this is Ryan from OptiMiser. I'm going to tell you about how to use GreenButton data in OptiMiser. So in OptiMiser, we don't have a one-click import from GreenButton. We do have the scrape tool, which allows you to paste in data from any tabular data source. Of course, GreenButton data doesn't come out naturally into a table. If you're going to get it by hand as opposed to through a service, it's typically in an XML format. But it's fairly easy, luckily, to get it into a table. So you do need Excel. I'm using Excel 2013 here. I think you can do the same thing in older versions of Excel, although the XML may not look the same when you go to open it up. I'm going to go to a new document just to show you how I open this up in Excel. What I do is I go to Data, and then from Other Sources, from XML Data Import. Then I go to my GreenButton file. It's an XML document. You get a little message saying it doesn't refer to a schema. Excel is just going to make its own. That's fine. Tell it where you want to put it, and it usually processes that a lot faster. It's still thinking about it. Let's see. Oops, there it goes. Okay, and then it comes out like this. So when you open XML in Excel, if you've done this before, you know it can be really sloppy because it's not really meant to be human readable, the GreenButton format. But as luck would have it, the key information does get put together in a nice little table somewhere in the middle of your document. So what you're going to do is find this. You want to look for the columns duration, start, cost, and value. In this little block, duration and start have been repeated, but that doesn't matter. We can copy the whole thing. You want to get it out of this XML sheet, and so you copy this whole range and grab it, and then just make a new tab and paste it in there. You probably should go grab the whoopsie daisy. If I can grab these. There we go. The column headers as well. And then just insert those up in there so you know what you're dealing with. Okay, so that's how you get it into Excel. Now I'm going to go back to my sheet that I've got prepared here and just show you what I did. What we have to do is convert some of these values into a format that OptiMiser can understand. So I inserted by left-clicking on to select a column and then right-clicking and chose Insert to create a new column. And in that first column that I inserted, I called that duration again, and I just put this formula in the first cell. So it's looking at the duration, which is in seconds, and converting that to a number of days. That's what OptiMiser wants. And I drag that down so that every cell in this, every row is giving me the number of days for this time period, for this billing period. And then the start column, I want to convert this. This is a Unix timestamp, so it's the number of seconds since 1970. And I want to convert it to an Excel date. And so to do that, you use this complicated formula. And I'll just leave that up a little bit. I'll try to post it with this video. And I drag that down. And then after you do that, it's going to still be a number. So what you want to do is you highlight the whole column, and then you right-click and you choose Format Cells, and then just choose the date format, the first one there, and that'll show you the actual human-readable date, so you know that you've done it right. Then I also wanted the end, just to make it a little simple for myself. GreenButton data doesn't include the end date because you can calculate it from the start and end. OptiMiser is looking for that, you know, the billing bill collection date, but this billing period end date is what we want to use for that. So I just added the duration in days, so the start date, and I get the end date. I inserted another column over here next to the XML cost date. The cost is in 100,000ths of a US dollar in this particular file. It's always in 100,000ths of whatever currency unit is in the file. In this case, we're talking about USD, so I just divided that by 100,000 and got the cost in dollars. And then the values we don't have any to do anything with. The values are going to depend again on what kind of green button file you get. In this case, it's in therms. And I knew that from over here. I searched around in the title. It's telling me this is an energy delivered in therms. Okay, so how to use it in OptiMiser? Well, I would just grab the entire thing except for the titles, the column headers. You don't want those. You want all the data. Extraneous columns are fine. I'm just going to hit Control C to copy them. And then I'm going to go to OptiMiser, go to my scrape tool up here in the top spreadsheet under fuel bills. I'm going to click in the top left cell, hit Control V to paste. And then I got to tell OptiMiser which columns are which. So this is my days. That's nothing. This is no, this is nothing. This is my date. This is nothing. This is the build amount, right? And this is my usage. And you can go back to Excel and just make sure that you've got that correct. I think I've got that correct in there. And let me just look at this. It says there's one gap, but that's okay. So I need my date and my usage. That's really all I need. But I have a duration, which is great for the first billing period, and I've got build amount too, so it can back calculate a unit cost. So that's all great information. And I'm just going to hit load utility bills. It says that there's no electric dates, so that's fine. Obviously, we haven't included that yet. Less than 13 dates. That's, I think, referring to the electric. It's just a default message there. So we can disable that. And then it gives you a message because I've got a bill in here that's got no use. It's going to be interpreted as missing. Okay. Oops, it landed me back on that, but then I'll go in here. And then, so let's see, from 7/17 to 8/15, they used 7 therms. From 7/17 to 8/15, they used 7 therms. It looks pretty good. Okay, looks like it worked out pretty well. Now, of course, I'm not going to analyze it because it's probably not going to work. I don't have the right zip code and building size and stuff for this building, so it's probably not going to, calibrate. But that's how you do it. Thank you, and please let us know if you have any questions or comments or suggestions. Really appreciate it. Thanks.